Today marks day 2 of historic public hearings in the impeachment inquiry against President Trump. The president hit back on Twitter in real time during today's hearing. Natasha Brown has the day's developments, also what some local students have to say. Natasha's in our satellite center.
Well, Yuki, today lawmakers heard from the former ambassador to Ukraine in a dramatic day of testimony in the impeachment inquiry. Democrats accused the president of intimidating the witness. The president also says he watched the hearing for the very first time today. Former Ukraine Ambassador Marie Yovanovitch says President Trump's personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, partnered with corrupt Ukrainians to have her removed.
I do not understand Mr. Giuliani's motives for attacking me, nor can I offer an opinion on whether he believed the allegations he spread about me.
House Democrats are trying to make the case Yovanovitch was forced out to clear the way for President Trump's allies to press Ukraine to open political investigations.
We take this kind of witness intimidation and obstruction of inquiry very seriously.
Republicans blame Democrats for ignoring what they say is a legitimate concern.
I'm not exactly sure what the ambassador is doing here today. This seems more appropriate for the subcommittee on human resources at the Foreign Affairs.
President Trump also released a call summary of his first conversation with Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky. Republicans read the summary of the call into the record. It was on the night of Zelensky's election victory and made no mention of the political investigations.
I'd like to invite you to the White House. We'll have a lot of things to talk about.
It was the president's July phone call with Zelensky that triggered the impeachment inquiry, in which President Trump referred to the ambassador as, quote, bad news, and said she was going to go through some things.
She's going to go through some things. It didn't sound good. It sounded like a threat.
Students in this LaSalle University political science class watched the impeachment hearing very closely, dissecting a real-time lesson in government that goes far beyond what they could learn in a book.
As a political science major, it's pretty much imperative for me to just follow along and just take it all in.
My generation being younger, it's important for, I think, us to know more about our American government.
Students made note of how social media is also playing a role in the proceedings, referencing a tweet from the president during the hearing. President Trump tweeted, quote, everywhere Marie Yovanovitch went turned bad, adding, quote, it is a U.S. president's absolute right to appoint ambassadors.
I've been watching today. For the first time I started watching, and it's really sad when you see people not allowed to ask questions. It's totally, nobody's ever had such horrible due process. There was no due process.
Well, also this afternoon, State Department staffer David Holmes testified behind closed doors about a July phone call that he says he overheard between President Trump and the EU Ambassador Gordon Sondland about investigations in Ukraine. That's the very latest for now. We're live in the SAT Center. Natasha Brown, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.
Natasha, thank you.